Let's see here. We should be... Huh. You're supposed to be... Whoops. That's good. Ooh. Oh. Sort of. It does shrink it. Okay. Used to be that this would only go that way, but it does shrink in sideways. Let's put me back down to where I'm supposed to be. Stream, bad stream. Bad signal stream. I wonder why. There we go, that looks good. It fluctuated a bit there from the colors of stream health, and now it's green. Let's make this part 3, just for continuity, hopefully. Oh, it says continuing, okay. Well, okay, I'll fix these labels later on down in the bottom. Let's make sure I can get my stream on. Ooh, there's a notification. Boom, I'm gonna click that notification. It is labeled part 3, so we'll leave it labeled part 3. Things look good there. So you guys have seen the monitor. I found it's, I need to, whoops, please tell me okay, good. There's an issue with the cable on my webcam, which I wish it was removable. Like, it kind of looks like it might be by a technician, because the way it's a separate cutout on there. At this point, I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure it probably is. Maybe I'll send it to get fixed. But it's having a little bit of issues, and it got bumped. So, it's not super sensitive yet, hopefully. I don't think so. And I'm hoping this didn't happen while it was in my friend's possession, because I don't want him to be, like, responsible for... I don't want to have to say, hey, my webcam is having some issues, and I think it might be you, and... you know, would you be willing to help me cover a replacement cost or whatever? But, you know, if it does come to that, I will talk with him about it and see what he thinks maybe. But for now, don't even worry about it. If you're watching, don't even worry about it, okay? For now, everything is good. It could very well have been me. I've tried to be nice to this webcam, but it's had some not so great moments, and the place I've stored it isn't the best, but hey. So, comment monitor setup. This is set up. So the monitor's new. The colors look good. They look maybe better, but they look slightly different, like the backgrounds that I use. I'll give you just a few seconds of like that right there. I don't want to get any copyrights, but that image right there looks a little bit different, but it seems to look nicer. I have it set on cinema for the brightness, which let me just check under my menu. This button. So yeah, the brightness is on cinema. Fine is on 100, whatever that means. There's coarse is on 2200. And yeah. And then of course I adjust brightness as needed for how bright it is in the room. So it's nice. But I'm gonna love having the extra real estate. It's going to let me see more of my pixels, do more stuff, and I'm hoping that the colors are actually really good and a lot better than my other monitor when I get into the color grading. So, here's the plan. We're going to mess around with the tracker a bit and see if we can get the tracker to track the door like we want. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to go back almost to the beginning, like somewhere where I can see the whole door. I don't know. And like, where's a good spot? I'll like go to here. I'll go somewhere where I can see the whole door. I'll make it look good, and then I will work my way backwards to the beginning, making it look good manually, and then forwards. And I'm going to focus, and there will be a big emphasis on make this frame look good. If this was the only still image I was working with, I need to make it look good, as if I was doing that. And I won't be using the red line. I won't be super detailed matching with pixels. And then when that process is done, if it happens, which hopefully it doesn't, then I will be able to go on and I'll watch it, and then I'll be able to say, oh, the door looks like it's shifting to the left a bit. I need to go fix that. And then I'll unfortunately have to go back in and fix it. But hopefully we can get this, this tracker working. So I am actually going to, because I want to show you guys kind of what's going on. So we're going to start with getting rid of this tracker. And we're also going to delete these merges here. We don't need any of this anymore. At least we shouldn't. So first of all, let's turn my monitor that way a bit. Oops. Gotta make sure that you guys don't see too much of... Yeah, okay. I'm going to close this down just a bit. I like the light. Oh, I forgot to mention that my sandwich is paired with some ice-cold apple juice. Minute Maid apple juice. And actually my feet want shoes, so I'm going to put my shoes on. Well, I need to get a bite of my sandwich, too. I know I said before, like, no eating while I'm working on projects, because you can't be doing both at the same time. Like, you know, this is for people mainly who have, like, they're dyslexic, I think, or, you know, Down syndrome and other mental diseases. Like, they have managed to hook computers up to their brains. It's not, like, super advanced or anything. It's not like, I want a perfect circle, and poof, there's a perfect circle. You still are kind of, you're thinking the mouse left and right, and so it's still difficult to draw a circle, like free-handed circles. But there are cool things like, I remembered they were playing games to stimulate one of this little girl who was in a wheelchair, had it hooked up to her, it was Nova, I think. And the simple game was like shoot the alien, and all it is an alien appears somewhere on the screen, and she has to just move the cursor, the crosshair on top of the alien, and then it blows up with a little fun sound effect. And they're like, yay, good job, and stuff like that I think is kind of cool. So, but the reason I bring that up is I was just thinking now, is if I had a mind-controlled mouse, and then my two hands would be free to do sandwichy stuff. And also, think about how much faster things could go if, like... Because keyboard shortcuts, oh man, I love keyboard shortcuts. I'm always using keyboard shortcuts with editing. That is something that I don't think Windows Movie Maker had, aside from cut and copy and paste. But, if you think about it, there are some things that aren't already a keyboard shortcut, and you only have so much room for keyboard shortcuts. But if you could have instant thought of stuff like, I want to click the fit button, so I just think about it and it clicks it, that would speed things up quite a bit. You would still need to move the cursor around and draw boxes and stuff, I don't know, but... Hey, so I'm going to get a bite of my sandwich here and... we'll get to working on it, so... oh, excuse me. I've also got other snacks around me, just in case this isn't enough. Yeah. So, the thing I need to decide is... So, if I line the door up here... But then, do I know that it really is, like, the right height? That's just the question I'm having. Because, which, let's just do, just put a merge in there just for testing purposes. Connect our door up to that merge. This should be displayed on number 2. So, whoops. Let's actually do this on number 1, and then this on number 2, so... Oops, that's the wrong, this. So if we can see here, this gives us an idea of lining up our door, but... So the question I'm having, is it tall enough? Because it is possible to have the door shrunken down. You know what I could do? I don't know exactly how accurate and helpful this would be, but I was thinking if I went in real life and I roughly took a picture from like this angle with my camera, and then I looked at like how far down does the door come in relation to one of these objects. Like this is constant. That could be helpful. Because, I mean, right now the door comes down to about as level with this, which in real life we know it's deeper. It goes all the way to the floor. But because it's all the way back there, make sure my audio's good. Yep, okay, we're good. Because it's all the way back there, it appears to be higher. Oh, that's good. It's all about perspective and relationship with where things are. So, that could be helpful, but I'm trying to think if there's any way that I can measure it in the computer and determine this. And, okay, so there's 2 people watching. Hey, guys. Because, well, here's the thing. So, let's put this tool again. Put it on where I think it should be. Let's take the blending down some. This way we can see what is what. I think we need to do SIZ. We need to do a resize tool. And we're also going to have to change this, because right now we have it at the full size. But when we put it in, we're going to have to have it smaller, just the our image file, the space around the door, the extra space, is going to have to only be as wide as the door is. Which hopefully doesn't introduce extra lines. Like I know working with when I worked with Wax 2.0 and also with Pinnacle Studio, you get this thing where if the other clips that you're working with are smaller than your original ones, you sometimes get black lines around the border, which I don't know why, and I wish that wasn't the case. I wish there was a way to say, hey, just treat the border as nothing. Don't give it a border of black lines. And that only really happens when I'm like resizing the clip and working with it. If you know the explanation, leave it down below. I'll be doing some of my own research for that eventually, but width, let's do 1910. And then what we need to do is, actually, I'm thinking 1900 even. So now if we go back to our merge tool, let's line this up like I think it should be lined up, which is like right there. Now let's drop our blend down to see how it blends in. I think, let's set that to fit. And then while we're at it, let's also just line this up just, because this is a good test, just to make sure. Zoom in a bit so I can really see. This needs to be moved left some. Like, that looks okay to me. I can maybe get rid of that edge right there. We'll touch that one up when its time comes. Actually... Okay, that sets this to fit. Pick this merge. Click back onto here. Full screen, please. It's just a bigger full screen preview, which is nice. Okay, so that... See, that looks good right there. Now what we want to do is skip, like, way forward to, like, here. Come on. Here? There we go. That's good. We're going to take this door merge. We're going to pull it over, and we want to put our door into place. And this gives us a good idea because there is going to be some height adjustment going on, as well as rotation adjustment. And so what we're just doing is seeing if it looks too tall or does it look way too short. Like, I think as close as we get in this shot, we're talking about a... this is just a number out of a hat, but I'm gonna guess we're talking about it gets 5% bigger. Which isn't a whole lot. Maybe less than 5%, because it gets, I don't know, 5, maybe 10 pixels bigger. So what I'm just doing now is to take this. Okay. Needs to be scooched up a bit, and we need to scooch it left some. Needs to be definitely a little bit wider, as we can see here, and a smidge taller, but I don't think that's too tall for the original one. And the other thing, too, when we're done with this, we'll be able to watch it and see, oh, it's growing. So I'm going to call that looks good, okay? So now what we need to do is... we need to think about our tracker here, which our tracker... we are going to have to manual some frames. That's a given. So what I've planned to do is... let's set this back to fit. So what I plan to do is we're going to be tracking this up here. Or wait, no, did I decide on the clock or that? The clock. So if I... so here's where we can start tracking the clock. We're going to have to set offset. So here's where we track the clock. If we go forward here... I'm a little bit worried that our head's going to cover the clock, but we're finding out. So far, so good. Okay, we can track the clock. Now here's the thing, though. When we get to... set this back to fit, because I'm kind of watching that one. Okay, so the clock is our best track point, because it stays in frame... it stays in frame for as long as we need. Wow. How did I get that many frames past when I needed? But yeah, the clock stays in frame for as long as we need, which is nice. And let's get back to the beginning here. Let's go back. So we have... so we can accurately track the clock starting at frame 22. So that means we have just 22 previous frames that need to be manually done, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with making that look good. That shouldn't be too difficult. Now, this is where might have to ask another question. He did recommend reading documentation on this tool because it's more complicated. So I will pick that up and read the documentation on the tracker tool. What was I going to say? Oh. But I need to figure out, like, how do I even do that? Because the tracker is going to be doing its Okay, so wait, I think I have... We just need to do a little test here, so... Disconnect this. And disconnect that. Shift space TR. We want the tracker. Tracker can connect up to that. This goes to the input of our tracker now. And then for our tracker, we're just going to start here and track our clock as if we were going to. And we'll track forward from here. The thing that we're testing is, does it affect the previous? Because if it doesn't affect the frames before we started, then we should be able to just use the merge tool to manually move it and then let the tracker take over at the desired time. But that's what we're going to find out here. Okay, render is completed. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to frame 22. So if I've done this, where is... We need to pick our merge here. Which... 2? Let's put that on monitor 2 to see... Because for some reason it's not showing up on either of these. But why? There's a red... Let's skip the resize and do that. Just delete you for now. Take something out of the... Oh, well, I see it off the frame. I just don't... Let's set this back to 2. We'll set this one to 1. Question is, why is it not... Blend is... And this is where I really don't know about... That's the effect mask background. Let's see, what happens if I put you on the background channel? But then this won't affect your movement. And we confirm nothing that is being displayed on 1. So what's the deal? No, whoops, undo that, please. I'm gonna hit play and see if we notice any... I'm not seeing anything. Let's undo this and connect that one straight up to our tracker. And then let's mess with the offset. Wait, actually... Yeah, right, it's gonna have to be... But, let's see, 1... Okay, so that's right, 1... Okay, this is weird. Let's set the offset back to... Oh. Well, that, because the tracker's not in the middle of our shot, so we can't even see... Let's make this a little bit easier for ourselves. Ooh, that's not good. There we go. What we want to do is... There we go, so we definitely know it's this. So here what we want to do is we need to select the empty space, invert, copy that, paste as a new image. So now we can see our new image encompasses only the door. Is undo available for... That's as far back as it goes. Okay, so we want to take... this process again. Yep. Now, okay, so here's what I'm going to experiment with, is this. If I were to take that, like that, and delete you, that looks... But is that also part of the... So if we undo our... Because what I'm thinking is that going to affect... But that's part... Well, okay, we'll go with this. We'll leave this. Main E. Caleb. Clips. Wait, whoops. Oh, that's save image. I need to, sorry, export, I think. Yep, export. That way we know this is the door that we want to work with. It's a TIFF. Export. Next. Clip. Airborne death. I lost where it is. There we go. Door small. This program right there. So you can go away. We are going to, let's try this, to this. Let's display this on monitor 2. What is this even? Okay, that looks good. And why is okay, so let's delete this. Shift space MER. Give it a brand new merge that should be happy because it's like, oh, there we go. That worked. That looks good. So now if we plug this into our tracker, which is being displayed on 1. What? Why is that not moving as I think it should move? Huh. Well then, let's circumvent this merge tool. Plug you directly into our tracker, which is being displayed on 1. We'll put something on 2 just because, and fit you please. And fit you please. So now, let's check our tracker and see where it is. Oh, match move. Why is it all the way over there? Corner positioning. Which that doesn't help us because we haven't positioned our other corners. Perspective. Ah! Match move, please. If I go back to my tracker for a second here. Does this do the off? Nope. That does not do the offset. And I ended up with all these extra tracking points that So let's undo until we only see our one tracker. Match move. So we go back to our tracker. Oh, that's why. Ha! The tracker's over there, thank you very much. Okay. Lovely, but we can modify the offset. Woohoo! But this doesn't help. Let's undo that. Okay, let's do this. And with this, we'll display it on... We'll put it on 2. That does not make that merge happy. What does the console say? Nothing useful. And we are a merge. Thank you very much. Connect the merge to our tracker. Put that to number 2. Right click in the center. Connect to tracker path position. So that moved it just a little bit. Okay. So let's go forward by frames. See what happens to our door. Door seems to be moving left. Let's go back to our beginning. Okay, now I'm... Oh. That's doing something to our line. That's moving our line. Okay, let's undo that connecty thingy. Okay, so there we go. That's good. Okay, I don't get what this is. This is not helping. Not helping at all. Let's set the center to 9. But it's not moving. Or is that a result of making it? Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. So we might have to have it be the full thing. Let me check the signal stream because my phone is loading. That looks good there. We look good on the internet. My phone is probably just having wig out. Gonna reload on my phone really quickly. Okay, there we go. That's good. 2 people are still watching. Boom. Okay, so... let's remove noise. Let's try... we put a... ooh, So, doing that, what does that do for... It doesn't move with the merge. Why? Okay, then. Let's undo that before the resize. There we go. What does that do in relation to... That does nothing in relation to this. Merge doesn't even... Okay. Okay. 1 second while I... There we go. So let's check, if we delete our merge, so we can work with the offset. Okay, that's good. So the thing I need to check, oh, yes, we can. So the thing I was trying to figure out is how I was going to manually maneuver it. So what I'm thinking I'm going to have to do is at the beginning of our shot, when all the parts where we need to manually move this, like if we need to tweak where it is in relation as far as our track goes, we've got these tools. But when the track no longer works, when we are now here, then I just had a thought, which won't help a whole lot, but if it was possible to, because we're going to need to track the 4 corners of the clock so that we have perspective taken into account. But I just had a thought, if we could keep the others the same distance from these 2 points here and track based on only 2 points, it would be cool, but we can't. Yeah. So, what was I going to say? Oh. So, fit. So what we're going to do is we've got our door with the full 1080 size that we can maneuver around freely. So at this frame and all the frames before, the tracker's offset is going to be set to some number that puts the door completely out of the frame. And then, and then we'll bring in the tool. We'll have a merge tool with the door that will be in place so that we can manually do the first 21 frames ourselves. And for that one, then, when it gets to this 22nd frame, it will be moved off screen. So, pretty good, pretty cool. So here's what we need to do now. We need to go to our 22nd frame. So I'm going to delete this just to keep things. So what we need to do is, so this means I actually need we actually need our door in there too. Oh, wrong. Nope, go away. I hate when that happens. Door. This program right there. And I'm actually going to put my buds on and get some music going. Eat a little bit more of my sandwich because I'm a little bit tired. So here's what we need to do. I'm going to get this tracking while I do this. So first of all, we need to do shift space TRA tracker Door plugs into our tracker. Put up tracker on number 2. Say fit. So first track point needs to be right there, okay? Up just a little bit, so it's going to track top left corner of our clock. It is a little bit blurry. If it was clearer, it would track better, I think, but yeah. So now we need to add tracker 2. And tracker 2, top right corner of our clock. Then put tracker 3 in the relative same area. Tracker 3, bottom left. And then finally, tracker 4 covers the bottom right of our clock. And start tracking forward. No, stop. Yes, that looks horrible. To be fair, what? I haven't actually done this with our clock yet. So I don't actually know if this will work with the clock or not. That might be too blurry, in which case we'll have to go back to the light up there. Which I think the light has a little bit more contrast, so let's try this again. Nope, nope. Yes, I am. That did not work at all. Okay, there we go. So, tracker number 1, this should be tracker number 1, goes there. Tracker number 3 goes there. Oh, no, not there. There. And it doesn't matter so much that this is almost a cone shape, because we're going to be messing with the offset of all of our points. So let's try this. Much better. I'm going to go ahead and take a bite of my sandwich. And my chips. And have a sip of my drink. Two people still watching. Good. Where are we? It's true. Money. Down on television. Saw you down by the pool. Down. I'm not alone right now. Just play the voice when you play this song loud. Turn it up. You're feeling away. Turn it up, turn it up. When you feel you're far away, turn it up, turn it up. Not alone right now. When you play this song loud. Turn it up. Can start right now. When you play this song. Oh, dang it, I can't modify the... Oh, well. In a way, turn it up, turn it up. I want to make sure I put it on repeat. Oh, if you guys hear that rumbling noise, that's the air compressor. My parents are running upstairs. I should offset this one first. 1A. Oops. With the boosted bass, you're not alone now. See the voice cut through the... You play this song loud. I wish I could move it with the mouse, like click and drag, but I can't. If there's a way to do it, somebody let me know. If not, then, hey, Black Magic, add that. Should be a thing. Gonna feel connected. Whoa. Money. To broadcast to the... Why is it doing this? We're on 3, right? Away. Turn it up, turn it up. Why is it doing... Turn it up. Extreme 50. And let's set tracker 1. So what? Because all I'm trying to do is move it down there. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to hope that the trackers keep their same path. Okay, and they should as long as I don't retrack them. So if I take... broadcast to the world. Just got through there. Doesn't allow that. Turn it up. We can start like now. Like that. Turn it up. Turn it up. Oops. This. Why does that modify the whole... Swiftly my voice cut through the line. But why? That's supposed to only modify this. I wonder why it's making the whole, but Pure Dark works. Let's get you out of the way. A bit laggy. What I'm gonna do is play this loud. Just give it a little more priority on the CPU, so it hopefully does a little bit higher performance. Okay. Oops. Right there. Ah! Okay, give me 1 second. This is slow. Using quite a bit of GPU on that. When you play this song loud. So CPU usage rises. But not really GPU. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is really quickly just closing out things I don't need. Turn it. I think we're good. Oh, let me stretch for a second. Love these earbuds. So, 1, money. Now this song about you turned out at I ever. I want to just do extreme for a second and see. Huh. Those track center numbers haven't moved. Boom. I'm just going to stay right there. No, they haven't moved. Oops. I wanna feel connected. Never felt too far apart. You know, I'm gonna try. I hope this doesn't affect our stream. But I gotta priority this over the stream. Give it low CPU priority. And let's see how that affects things. So far seems so good. Says our connection is good. Doesn't look too bad on the stream. Especially on my phone too, it seems okay. Okay, so we'll go with that. Hope that helps. Turn it up. When you play this out. Turn it up. You're falling away. Turn it up, turn it up. Oh. Seemed a little bit faster for a second there, but it's not. Way. Turn it up, turn it up. I think that's right, but I'm just going to come here. What does lift do? Okay, so if I have that on regular, then... Oh! Got your headphones on with the boosted bass. Oops, I keep jiggling the microphone, sorry. Oops, wrong button. No, I don't want studio. Mic is good still. Ah. Oops, wrong button. Now we have to wait. Another bite of sandwich. There we go. So... You're falling away. Boom. That looks... Oops. Left some. Up one. That's close enough for my standards. For what I can get right now, that's close enough. Turn it up. Okay, I am going to go back to our brightness and contrast tool. Turned out every word is true. Money. Okay, I'm going to accept that. Let's set this to fit. Looks pretty good. Now what I want to do is, okay, that doesn't move our lines up there. So here's the truth to dare. So what we want to do now is disconnect. Whoops. That stays the same. Disconnect. Reconnect. Too far apart. This isn't working. See, maybe I need to move forward a frame. I'm back with the frame. Nope. Turn it up, turn it up. Nope. Doesn't select all points. Let's double check. But then that gives us that. That's not the shape that we want. Oh, cause. Okay, so we're gonna have to try this. So let's do a whole bunch of undos. Like a bunch. Okay, there we go. Too far apart. Whatever. I'm curious, what happens if I take this? Let's set this to 9. So I could use this to... that's offset. I was thinking I could use that to find... the number where I need to put my offset, but that doesn't help. Because offset is offset. It's not the original coordinates. I'm gonna switch songs after this round. So let's guess. Actually, wait, no, this can help. So let's go. I'm gonna say down is gonna be less. So 3. I was right. So 0. Too far. Oh wait, this is number 1, so this should be like 6. 4. 5. 9. Whoops. 7. 8. 9. Oh, bit slow. broadcast. Have we come back to the right? I'm just gonna switch. Huh. M-I-R-R-I-L-A-N. I have the song I'm thinking of. It's just, I was curious if they had it, because it would be a better version, but we'll just do this. We'll just play some good old Three Lions. This is weird. There's a little bit of a crackle in this version of the song, which shouldn't be. It sounded almost like a record, but not. And that's the original Three Lions, not the '98 version, so it could be. Know the score. You've seen it all before. That England's gonna blow it away, gonna throw it away, 'cause I know. Three lines on a shirt. So what we need to do is... I hope this works. I'm doing Notepad instead of a sticky note because I don't know if I have anything I want to keep hidden. This is, one. I haven't explained what I'm doing even. That is a heart. So, I'll explain what I'm doing. This is probably just a crazy, not gonna work scheme, but... it's coming home. Boom. Now that this is back to the beginning, football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. And then now we need boop, a calculator. Come on. Come on, Windows native calculator. You can do it. Ah. Try that again. Calculator shortcut on my keyboard. There we go. So what we need to do now is we're taking the original X number, which actually I can do this and this. So the original X number minus that's not right. That's not right. No! That's not gonna work. Cause, okay, watch the X. Maybe this will work. And it's negative, cause that England's gonna blow it away, gonna throw it away, but I know. And then the original Y number. Shirt. Jewels and May still gleaming. 30 years I heard. Never stop me dreaming. 171. I don't think that worked. Well, let's see, that's 171. So let's set this to minus that doesn't help. Because these are supposed to be down here, right? Football's coming home. It's coming. Well, let's see what happens if we do the same for the others. We're just going to modify Y. So 171. So as we can see, we moved down like half an inch. So here's my thinking. My thought was if I took the center position. Are those the 3, 2? Okay, they're different. Yeah, I thought if I took the track center position. And I moved my track points, and then I have the, and then I did some math to subtract so if I took the new number, no, the original number minus the new number would give me a number, and then that would be the offset. But nope. So I'm going to just go extreme for a second here and try. That's the same number. Ah! Yes, maybe England is gonna blow it away. That's a reference to the song I'm listening to, which is all about England coming back in football. Or American soccer. as we call it over here. I have no qualms against calling it football. It makes a lot more sense than American football does calling it football. I don't really like sports. Soccer is kind of okay. Not that I really watch it, but yeah. I have no qualms calling it football, but some people here are going to think the stupid game where everybody runs with a brown oval ball and piles on top of each other. That game. I despise that game. I've played it. I'm okay with it. Enough sports. Back to this mess. Is this why you like watching? Because you like to see me get fed up? Ah! Okay. So that was absolute trash. Let's try... footballs. Let's try doing this minus 371. Okay. 871. And if we take tracker 3 minus 880, that... But also the thing I don't get is why is it moving down that way? What if it just match move, okay? Ho, 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 ho! If it just match move, they... So, let's try... Okay, so tracker number 1. Where are you, brother? Let's put tracker number 1 back to where it's supposed to be. That looks absolutely horrible. Let's just set all of these. It's coming, football's coming. So what if... Nope. I'm gonna just try something here. Let's go. They've seen it all before. They just know. That's just all. Ah! Why is the merge? Sorry. Foreground. Ah. Tears of stop me dreaming. Let's look into an example. Okay, let's try. Let's try just adding a merge to nothing. Oh, because it needs a background. Switching to not looking for my cousin. A sad song. Sort of, yeah. It is a sad song. I love this song. I enjoy this song. I don't know. I was thinking of actually an Anna Graceman song, but then this popped up as... So we're listening to this now. Remember all the things we wanted. Now all the memories that haunted. That... Okay, for somebody out there, please, please, please explain to me. But somebody out there, please explain to me why it absolutely has to have a background in order for it to work like that. So here's what we're testing now, okay? Good enough for our test, okay? I'm gonna go forward by frames. Oh, I know why. It's because now our background is being affected by the... So I need to undo this. But then it doesn't show up... But... why? Okay. Okay. Okay, if we do this... And we paste another one... No. Copy this. Paste it nowhere, okay? And then we connect it to here. But with this, we do a merge. And then we take this, and we set our blending down to 0. Why doesn't that work? Why? Well, Because we're not modifying what we're merging. Ah! Okay, then. So then the merge doesn't work. We keep our head cool. And we see if there is a... text. Okay. Transform, not what I was looking for. I was looking for transparency. But... this... peas. You can tell I'm really not in a happy mood when I just blurt out random frozen peas. And I know for a fact that this is more complicated than it needs to be. It's the same way with my coding with GameMaker. It's all more complicated than it needs to be. I have to find ways of doing things that I know how to do it. And the way I figure out, well, that's not the simple, elegant, fast way to do it. It's the long, crazy, stupid, hard way, because I don't know how to type all that out as GML code, and it I zapped myself, okay? And I zapped myself because I got to the point where I was thinking bad words. I have to. Every time I think a bad word, I have to zap myself. And just... So, cool head. Let's look at this transform. Okay, that's just them talking. So... what we need to do with this is the size needs to be small as possible. Aspect can stay the same, but size. It's not even visible. Yay! Okay. So now that we have that unnecessary background there, let's try... that doesn't look right. That's not right. That's not in the right position. That's better. That's a little bit better. Actually, what we need to do is go back to frame 22. And then what we need to do is put this one on the second monitor. Make this to fit. Make it full screen. And we're going to go frame by frame. That frame needs fixing. That looks okay. I think. I hope. Oh. Laggy. Come on. Do it. Do it! That mask needs a little bit of modifying. It looks like we're eating into her head. The timeline is zoomed in. Okay. No. It's good. Good until there. It's okay until there. Can we, thank you. Okay, so what happens here? Here. But why is it doing that? What is her up? So, right, so what are we what's happening here? where... And why are all of these still, like, over there? Let's, set you to 1. What? Huh. So, I notice... Pringles in a can. Here, okay. Okay. What I'm gonna do... I'm gonna stop the live stream. I'm gonna read the documentation on this tracker tool. And then I'm gonna come back. And if I don't get it working, then I'm going to go on the form under the last thread that I started, and I'm going to say, I don't want to ask too much of the people here and be like a huge burden. Take a look at this section of my last video. If you guys actually want to help, it would be nice. If you have any tips, if you know what I'm doing wrong, I've read the documentation and I can't figure it out, and I'm just going to have to put it in manually because I've gotten that to sort of work. If you know any tips, if you'd be willing to download the project onto your computer and do it for me, whatever, that would be great. I would really appreciate it, but if not, I'll be okay. Something like that, okay? I'm at my wit's end. Because this is ridiculous. And part of what makes this ridiculous is the pressure, too. Like, time that I have to get this submitted to the other film contest. And just... Okay, I'm going to stop the shit now and read the documentation. I'm losing my mind, guys. I'll see you guys when I'm done reading the documents. I hope they're not long. I'm more of an audio-visual learner, so I watch videos on this, but